All right, we're back. This is the Christmas special. We had some technical difficulties and the stream self-canceled, which is very sad and very unfortunate. And we need people to know that we're still live. So if you're tuning in, if you're still with us, help us out. Throw a comment on the new link on Twitter, the new broadcast, the new live stream on Twitter. It is on @pipeline_XYZ as always. And we've got some spins to give away some MON. We've got our snowman on the table. We'll get to that in just a brief second. But let's first spin the wheel for where's the mini wheel?
Right here.
Oh, there we go. Here we go.
Wait. Should we do the wheel or should we do the cups?
Why don't we do wheel and marshmallows for this segment and then cups on the next one?
All right.
Because we only have 20 minutes. You think that's enough time?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm super hot fire when it comes to it.
All right, let's get
Let's
get super hot fire set up. Okay, so while you're setting up, Jessup, I'll run through again what the rules are here. So we've got some folks in the chat who have won some spins by asking some great questions of TH, and so Jessup is setting up these cups. He's going to pour some liquid death into the cups.
LD,
baby, LD. We're going to put some LD in the cups, and then Joey is...
We got to get a ball.
Oh, okay.
I'll show one out there.
Yeah. We got balls. We got balls.
I got tons of balls.
For sure. Oh, undoubtedly. You got a nice little
I got one here.
ball right there. Yeah.
Someone's clipping that for sure.
You sickos. No, that's not what we meant.
Ping pong balls. Okay, so we're going to get a ping pong ball, and if it is your turn as the spin, Joey is going to play IRL beer pong. The cups are labeled with MON amounts, and there's also a death cup as well. So we're hopeful that you're going to tell us in the chat when you want Joey to stop throwing the balls. And
Oh, whoa, that is sweet tea. I thought that's not sparkling.
Oh, I gave you sweet teas. That's on me. That's on me, Danny.
How could you do that?
Danny Pipes accepts responsibility, but I hate to waste the sweet tea. We might have to drink that. Justin, make sure you fill those up because if we have a spill, it is not going to be good. We've got a lot of tech here.
Now that it's sweet tea too.
Right. That's what I was.
Moose swishes.
That's what I was
I'm not hitting no backboard.
All right. I'm going to get a ball. You guys do whatever you want.
I'll keep them with entertained with some cheap entertainment. Hold on. You guys, I want to let you know, whoever's getting picked, I'm going to do whatever I can. I'm going to concentrate. I'm all about concentrating on the shot, beer pong-wise.
I heard you talked a pretty big game for golf. What happened there?
Oh, yeah. Really big game. A few hole-in-ones. Not a big deal at all. A few hole-in-ones.
Go ahead and get sweet tea so they're all the same.
Yeah, golf. Even though it was my first time, it's my sport. I think that my form was just a 10 out of 10. I think I was better than Wizard of Soho.
That seemed like a terrible idea.
That would have been flawless.
Yeah. Liquid Death needs to balance out these cans. Nah, I'm just kidding.
These cans. Joking. All right, am I doing this or what? Are we picking someone? How does this work?
So I've got a couple people in the chat so that they can get ready. It's going to be IOBNAD, Mirth Mono, Chaos Walker, Hitoshi, and Vikru. We've got an absolute squad to spin for. And Jessup, do you want Joey at the end of the table here?
Yeah,
I think that makes sense. Yeah, because.
All right. I'll get out of the way.
No.
Let's go a little wider so.
Go wide.
All right, let's do this, guys. I'm rallying for you. I think that do my best to make this happen for everybody. TH is a cool guy, man.
TH is awesome. Yeah.
I like that guy. Go ahead.
All right, Joey, we got you a mic here so the chat can listen while you toss. And I'm gonna don't throw it yet. I'm gonna watch the chat.
So who's this for?
The first one is for IOBNAD. Shout out IOBNAD. Absolute legend. IOBNAD's in the Noti gang. He's
He's got noties on.
IOBNet, are you in the chat right now? Because we need you to say whether you want him to stop or to keep going, because there is a death cup in here.
And I need him to tell me what cup to go for.
is IOBNAD. Where you at? Where you at?
Practice a little bit. Practice.
Oh, you got the jacket off.
Yeah, I'm trying to win for my people.
All
That's what
right,
it is.
that's
I want
good.
them to
That's
say
good.
to tell their
All
kids.
right, I'm not seeing IOBNet, so maybe we just spin the wheel for him.
All right, well, let's see who's up next. You won't lose your spin if you're not in the chat, but you won't get the Mirth Mono. I know Mirth.
Yeah,
Mono's
Mirth, are you in
Murph,
here?
are you in there? Because this is for you, brother or sister.
Mirth, Mirth is here. All right.
All right, so Mirth, we'll keep some space in between each toss, so that you can tell us when you want Joey to stop throwing, and hopefully he hits a bunch in a row. What happens? One thing I didn't realize or think through. Yeah, what if he misses?
Very big high possibility.
Because in Bro.Fun you can't miss, but in this he can miss.
Oh yeah, I didn't think
keep
about
going.
that.
We didn't think about it at all.
Let's see if I'm
All
on
right,
the money
let's
today.
let's see. We need you on the money, Joey.
All right, am I doing this?
Yeah.
Hit it. All right, first one for Mirth. He says he believes in you. Oh! Hit it.
1,067.
There
right
we
off.
go, bro!
That's the
Mirth, do you want Joey to keep going? Why don't we do this? Why don't we do...
Bro, there is a splash.
I told you. I told you.
And it's peach, and it's gonna be all sticky. But this is for the people.
Wait, Mirth, keep going or cash out?
Let's see. What does Mirth want?
You could cash out. We could keep going. I'll
Let
probably
it ride, he says.
Let it
Let it
ride.
ride. Why don't we do this? Why don't we do, if Joey misses 2 in a row, it counts as the death cup.
And wipes out or just
Gosh.
ends?
No, just ends.
Okay.
Sorry, it doesn't wipe. The death cup is the only thing that wipes, but it ends
Okay.
if you miss
Yeah.
2 in a row.
Okay, cool. I love that, actually.
It's a good rule. We
Okay, great
we
rule.
love making live rules. All right, Joey, I believe in you. So does Mirth. So does the chat.
Horrible, horrible, horrible.
It was the stickiness.
It was
I
the
could tell.
sticky-
It's that sweet tea.
Oh! Let's do three and wipe
All
out.
right,
It's not
we
easy to
make
get
li-
them. It's
Yeah,
not-
yeah, true. All right, 3 in a row. Hey, 1,000 MON. Can't
All
hate
right,
that.
1,067.
You can mix up the cups and I won't look if you want. 1,000.
All right, Savant. Shout out Savant, first of all. Absolute legend. He is all over the place, from editing videos to filming videos to hanging out in the chat and helping us keep Monad in the morning running. So we have 1,067 MON to disperse to Mirth. And next up, we have Real Chaos Walker. All right,
Chaos.
this round is for
All of them
Chaos.
are blocks, main account blocks.
Chaos.
Damn it. All right. Let's go. Don't worry.
No, well, we're not worried.
I gotta feel it.
Chat, throw Joey some love.
I don't even see chaos in the.
All right.
Chaos isn't even here. Where'd he go?
Chaos. Oh, that's a hit.
Let's go. Come on. Can't be the death one.
10.
Let's go. 10.
10.
Oh, just 10. All right.
10. We gotta run it up. I think you gotta keep going. Chaos. I don't see him in the chat. So
There we go.
2 in a row.
1,067.
Okay.
I got
All right.
you.
All right. 1,077. I
What
wish
did
we
he
had
say?
like a bell to ring.
Yeah,
Ding,
we
ding,
need-
ding, ding, ding.
What does he say?
He's not even in here.
He's not even in the chat.
So
but
I'm just gonna keep going.
We're making the rule. Oh, he did say BRB. Chaos said BRB.
Oh.
All right. Keep it going.
We'll go one more for him. Front cup. Ooh. Can I wait for him or what? No, we got more people waiting. Should we pass him out or one last one?
One last one. Go ahead.
Oh!
Watch this be the death cup. Death Cup!
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Give him 10 mon at least.
That's
10.
we can't change the
Fine,
rules.
fine.
The
Chaos,
rules have been
you
engraved
left.
in stone.
Damn. Sorry, dude. Okay, you can switch. Damn.
Joey just walks off the set. He is dissatisfied.
I'm in the corner of shame.
Soul Sal says, "I am happy." Me too, Soul Sal. Happy holidays.
No, Soul Sal's happy that.
That his boy lost.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of rude.
Yeah, that's really
Um,
rude and disrespectful.
Soul Sal, we
What, should I shoot for Soul Sal now?
no, Soul Sal didn't earn a spin. That was for Chaos Walker, but he has been zeroed out by the Death Cup, and I just saw Savant ask me if he is zeroed out. Yes, he is. He's zeroed out. Like we can't change the rules. That's how it goes.
Who's this
But
for?
This next one is for Hitoshi, 0x Hitoshi.
Hitoshi.
Oh,
that looked good.
That was crispy. I liked it.
All right, here we go.
Oh, good hit.
Thank you. Let's go.
Death Cup.
No!
Oh, instant Death Cup. But hey, that's the way the balls are flying.
No way.
That's a 1 in 10 chance to.
1 in 10 chance.
Damn.
Hitoshi, very sorry, but stick around. We've got a lot to give away.
These guys. Maybe I'll get DM me. Maybe I'll give them some after this.
Ooh.
I'm thinking out loud.
Well,
He's
the
feeling really guilty.
the way that we have the prizes structured, we think it's more fun than just like, oh, you get like a guaranteed kind of mid-level prize. You can get a low prize or no prize, but you can also get some pretty high prizes. Like if you hit that big wheel, and some of these cups go to the big
Alright,
wheel.
so who's next?
Then there's like some pretty significant prizes on there. Like
All
you
right,
can
you know
win
what?
up
We're
you can
gonna-
win up to 42,690 mon on that big wheel, which is that's
Equivalent to-
a big prize. That's like, a couple hundred USD. So
God. All right.
at current price.
Okay.
So who's this for?
This is for Vikru, absolute legend. Shout out Vikru.
Shout out Vikru. I'm gonna go above and beyond for you. I got it. Come on. Special.
Someone says, "Let Moose bless the people if he wants."
Shit. All right. Don't worry. We're here.
We got another. I even actually grabbed a backup ping pong ball because I didn't anticipate you would be so pristine at chasing your.
Can we try this? Okay, that was
Ooh.
just a try. It was just a try, and it's not. It doesn't count as one. I was
That
just
doesn't
trying.
count? Okay.
No.
All right.
Please.
Oh.
Damn. One more because we like this guy or no?
Yeah, Vickers.
All right, fine.
All right. One more for Vikru. Oh,
I tried, Vic. I tried.
It wasn't meant to be. Stick around. And also, quick PSA, it does take us sometimes a couple days to a couple weeks to actually get everything sent out from the prizes. So we're tracking everything. If we owe you a prize from a previous week's, we know about it. And we'll get that out to you as soon as possible. Appreciate the patience. Appreciate you hanging with us. And, maybe that means you'll get 2 prizes at once.
Yeah. All right,
Bingo.
who's this for?
Moose Mafia says, "Do it slow."
Okay.
All right. So this one is who did we skip? Oh, did we skip Chaos? Because that was
No, at the beginning it was
The guy, the first guy.
Evo.
Oh, it was IOBNAD.
IOBNAD,
Is
yeah.
IOBNAD back or is IOBNAD here? Oh yeah, Savant says we skipped IOBNAD because he wasn't here. If IOBNAD is here, we'll play. You know what? Let's just play Pong for IOBNAD.
Yeah.
We did it for Chaos as well, and someone wasn't here. Ooh, whoa!
Toilet bowl.
That thing was going.
50 mon.
50 mon. All right, for IOBNAD. Let's keep it going.
I'll be honest, I didn't account for missing.
Yeah, I mean, they miss it sometimes.
Not that time.
Not that time.
100.
All right, up to 150 for IOBNAD. Chat, root him on. We need good luck. Oh, 3 in a row, Joey.
Death. No, just kidding. 10.
Nice.
10. All right, 10. We're up to 160.
That's a rear act now? Or?
Whatever.
Up to 160
Almost.
for IOB now.
Damn. 160. So many cups. It's for you. Someone said take time. So I'm taking time. Oh.
Doesn't always help, but it's a good strat. Good strat.
10.
All right, we'll give him that. So
160.
160.
160 for IOB NAD. Stick around. We're giving away MON all show. We're here to have fun. It's a Christmas miracle. We got
It's
Joey
a Christmas, Christmas. I don't know the Christmas songs.
That's a new Christmas song, but I kind of like it.
It's a very jolly Christmas.
I don't think that's a real song.
All right,
either.
it's not. I'm
But-
Jewish,
but-
honestly. But I like him.
Fair excuse. Fair excuse. All right. Let's.
Or I'm done.
That was all for this.
And if I score this one, guys, it means that we're all gonna have a beautiful, blessed, successful year of Ramonad for everybody in chat.
Okay,
And
all right.
good things are gonna happen for all. We're all gonna have a terribly.
Look at that!
All right. Good toss, Joey. Good toss.
you,
I'll
thank
let
you.
I'll let you get back in here.
Ay, 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 ay. Sorry for those who I let down.
You didn't let us down, Joey. Got a quick little Zamboni.
Looking extra thick, I saw. Like it. Looking juicy.
Look at this. Beautiful.
All right.
So what do you guys think, chap? Do you like the new mechanic or go straight back to the wheel?
I don't think they like that one. I think it takes a lot of, because if there was a guy, I think if there was a person less skilled than me at that, then it would have ended badly.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Soul Sal, yes, the table is sticky now, but we just had some Clorox wipage going on, a little Zamboni action. So we're back to normal. We got a couple minutes. We're going to be joined by Robinson and Nikhil from Wormhole. So excited to have them on. And then in a little bit, we'll also have Vibhu from Solana joining us, hot off of Breakpoint. It's a great show. I'm pumped to be here. I'm pumped to have you, Joey, in the co-host seat. We're having fun, and that's what it is all about. I want to pick someone for the wheel before we bring Wormhole up.
Yes.
And we need to let the people know that we're having fun here on Monad in the morning. So drop a comment on the second broadcast on Twitter, because our stream bricked.
With tweet quotes or retweets. Pick somebody.
Queet quotes?
Yeah.
Let's go with queet quotes.
I like Quito.
Joseph, my condition is infectious, where I get on Monad in the morning and I just can't talk at all.
I didn't
Just-
even catch that.
I was like, is that something new? A new update or something?
Okay, so
Yeah, you guys aren't hip to it. We're picking no one because nobody tweet quoted.
all right, Joseph wants queet quotes. So if you queet quote this stream, we'll maybe get you a spin.
I really want to spin
So-
this wheel. I'm like so tempted to.
Joey wants to spin, so we got to give him a reason to spin.
Everybody quote tweet.
I'll give it a second for the queet quotes to roll in.
It sounds wrong. It sounds like I shouldn't be saying it.
Yeah.
It's a curse word or something.
Let's see. Who do we got? We got quotes. We got quotes coming in.
Oh, Legion.
Legion did it first.
Legion.
All right, let's run a spin for Legion, because I've seen Legion in the
Legion's-
Twitch chat.
Legion's very good.
Legion's been in the Twitch chat looking for a spin. All right, this one's for you, Legion.
You can set it on the table. It'll probably, yeah.
All right, let's do this. Remove this.
Bingo.
All
All right, let's hope for a big wheel for our boy
Big wheel
Legion.
for Legion. Oh, here. Here we Go!
Come on for Legion.
Come on.
Whoa!
What do you get?
Big wheel.
Yo!
Let's go.
Let's go,
Let's
Legion.
go. Let's go.
All right,
For
all
the
right.
people. W for Legion.
You ready?
The big wheel is super. All right,
we go,
Jessup.
here we go.
Hit it. Come on, baby. Come on.
Come on, Legion.
Come on.
Let's go.
Come on, Legion. We're
on.
giving it away.
1337.
1337. Not even the biggest prize we've given away yet on stream today, but there is much more to come. And that big wheel you can see on that camera view has some big
Look,
prizes.
42,690 as the topper there.
That's the jackpot. So that's pretty significant. That's a good giveaway. And if you are a recipient of the wheel spin, Savant, SSSAVANTTT is in the chat. He needs to get your information. Again, shout out Savant. He is the man of the people, helping us facilitate the prizes. Please try and make his life as easy as possible, and we appreciate your patience as we collect the right info and go through the process of actually sending out MON. It's not instantaneous, and a couple people working hard here to make sure it happens as quickly as possible. So
Legion wrote, I'm still so happy.
let's go, Legion. I'm happy you're happy. That is
What happened to 69,420?
Mirth is really watching the prizes
I
on
know.
the wheel. That was that was a little bit over our requested budget, so we had to shift that up a little bit, make the
Has somebody
prizes a
ever
little
win
more
that?
balanced. No, not yet, but we did replace that one and another one to like kind of even them out more in the middle. Also, just echoing Savant's comment, if you're in the Twitch chat, we need to find you on X, and we need to make sure we have the right person and not some silly impersonator who's coming for your spin prize. So if you're on Twitch, add your X account, your X handle, your Twitter handle to your Twitch bio so that we can easily find you and distribute the prize. I think we probably have our friends from Wormhole calling in.
Not yet.
Not quite yet.
One
All right.
more spin.
We'll
One more spin.
we'll give him another second. I guess while we're waiting for him.
Tweet twotes.
Yeah,
quotes. Let's check the tweet
let's
quotes.
check the tweet.
We'll do it as quick as possible.
Okay.
Jessup.
Ju-
We're giving away MON come through. All right, this is for Jessup. Let's go.
That's crazy.
We should pick Moose Mafia.
Oh, Moose Mafia, baby.
Moose vibes _ got potentially a first time listener.
He's been there since the beginning.
Okay.
For,
all right.
for you.
Okay,
Right?
for me, yeah. I get for us. All right.
Heck yeah.
Moose Mafia, Moose Vibes _ That's you. You tweet quoted that or quoted or
Quadacuda.
quatituda. All right, here we go for you. Come on. One more for Moose Mafia. Come on.
1,143.
143.
Bingo.
Congratulations, Moose Vibes. How much is that equating? Do we know or not really?
1,000 is $20.
Okay, let's go. You got your exposure to MON.
Ish.
You got your exposure to MON. We're happy. We're here. It's fun. Congratulations. They'll take it. How does it work for the people that win, let's just say?
So we need to make sure that we get your X account, and then Savant will DM you. So that's why if you're on, like for Moose Mafia, we got the handle. I just sent it over to Savant. But if you're on Twitch, we need to be able to find you on Twitter. So put your Twitter profile in your Twitch bio, and then if you win, Savant will reach out to you. You don't need to reach out to him, but just make sure you put that in your Twitch bio if you're tuned in on Twitch. If you're tuned in on X, no problem. It's even easier to find you. That's a great thing. We don't care where you tune in from. All we care about is that you're tuned in on Monad in the morning. This is episode 42. And it is
Moose
not-
Mafia Savant will DM you.
Moose Mafia, baby.
He
It
asked,
is-
Who do I DM?
Moose is nice like that. God bless him, people.
We got Robinson.
Thanks,
calling
solid
in.
dude.
Thanks, Tank.
Awesome. We've got the wormhole guys calling in. Joey, I'm going to give you these here headphones.
Should I put them over these ears or
Oh,
these ears?
Well, you probably would like to be able to hear. I don't know if I'm going to be able
Here,
to do this with the hat. No, I got headphones as well. I'm going to swap out the Christmas hat for now, but I am going to put it up there because it's
I don't
nice.
know. Seems like we were able to handle it pretty well.
The Christmas hat is we're in spirit. We're in spirit.
You guys look great. I love it.
Welcome.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
You want to do an introduction?
Yeah, I mean, these guys need no introduction, but I will give it nonetheless.
I need the time to.
Yeah, I know you. I know you need the time to, make sure we're all set up here. I'm pretty sure every listener who's been on chain is not only aware of Wormhole, but has used Wormhole to hop from chain to chain. They built the Monad native bridge. They have the portal bridge as well. We have Robinson coming on, as well as Nikhil, who's focused on the product side of things. So excited to dive in.
Some people might be saying, "What the hell is a wormhole?" And we'll get into that too, right? Some people are like, "What is that?" This is education. We're gonna teach people what goes on, and not everybody knows what it is. I feel like
Precisely.
I definitely know. I know everything. I'm technical. I know it all. This is my whole life. but-
Joey's on his dev arc. I absolutely love that. Okay, awesome. We've got the wormhole guys up on screen. Robinson, Nikhil, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having
Thanks for
me.
having me.
What's up, guys?
We're excited to have you here. We're doing a little Christmas special. Robinson, I love that hat. I've got a lot of wormhole merch, but I don't think I have that exact hat. But
Yeah.
it is
this one.
it is
This
pretty
one's
fly.
really good for. We have them for all occasions, right? Your conference hat, maybe your night out hat. This is really good for like running and stuff. It's a dry fit.
Oh yeah, beautiful. Yes.
It's a wedding hat too. You could wear that at a wedding.
You could. I haven't worn a hat at a wedding, but I'll try next time.
It works.
That it
Not
would
if
be
you're in the wedding.
Yes. Okay.
it would be quite the statement, but make sure you film it. At least get a picture if you do.
Yeah, for sure, of course. We got to post it on Twitter.
100%. That would probably be the entire goal of going through that exercise. But it is awesome to have you guys here. We're gonna be able to take some questions from the community in the second half of the segment. But just in case anyone isn't familiar with you guys yet, would you mind running through kind of a quick intro? Who you are, what you focus on at Wormhole, starting with Robinson would be awesome.
And can I just, sorry, right before, and if you could explain it in ways like that people just don't understand anything, and like the chillest, like that's like I asked ChatGPT, can you explain it to me like a 5-year-old, every single thing that I ask it? That would be awesome too.
Yeah, absolutely. Explain it like I'm 5. Well, it's great to be on here. I've been kind of within the Monad community now, or Monad community for years. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but when the Wormhole Foundation was opening an office in New York, we actually posted up in the Monad office for a couple months. So I was working in those phone booths from early morning to late at night in New York. Yeah, I mean, in terms of Wormhole, just getting to kind of more of an explain like I'm 5 definition, we are what connects blockchains, right? So blockchains don't talk with one another. Solana and Ethereum, doesn't know what happens within each of their respective ecosystems or the other ecosystem, and we're able to kind of translate that. So by sending messages, or some people think about them as like instructions between blockchains. A lot of people call this interoperability. It's a big bit of a buzzword, but it's also kind of a scary word in some senses. But it's nothing. Interoperability is nothing new, right? It's just, again, making two systems that don't operate with each other, like different banks, right? You have Chase, someone else has Bank of America, or if you're in Portugal, Novo Banco, or wherever you are in the world, you need to send a wire transfer between them. That's essentially two systems that don't communicate with each other now able to because of wire transfer. And Wormhole does essentially that in some instances for blockchains. And so we started connecting in Solana and Ethereum. Now we connect, all the meaningful blockchains today, obviously including Monad. And in terms of what I do at the foundation, just a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything, commercial side, finance, work with Nikhil closely on products.
A true wearer of many hats, Robinson. Absolutely
Indeed.
love it.
We got a theme going. Many hats.
many hats on stream, many hats at work for sure. Nikhil, it's awesome to have you on as well. We were on a Twitter Spaces pretty recently, and it's awesome to have someone who's kind of knee deep in things, building day in and day out. But yeah, feel free to give us a little bit of an intro.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. Also, I've been watching the Monad ecosystem for a long time. Knew the original Monad team pretty well, and it's been, I think, really exciting for me to see Monad launch after many years of hard building, of many years of hard work. Finally seeing that launch, seeing the community come to life, seeing the chain come to life was really exciting. And then finally seeing our partnership come to life, Wormhole facilitating asset transfers to and from Monad, powering apps under the hood. It's been amazing to see. So a quick intro on me. I work really closely with Robinson as well. I'm mostly focused on product and engineering initiatives at the foundation and across the Wormhole contributor set. So just making sure that we build the things that we got to build, that we move forward projects on time, that we're prioritizing effectively. There's so many things that we can do as at a startup. Prioritization is key. Making sure you're working on the right thing is key, and that's what a lot of my job ends up coming down to. But just adding on also to what Robinson said about Wormhole, I think Robinson had a great explainer, but the other thing that we do on top of that foundation of just sending messages is there's a whole suite of products that we've built on top of that core primitive of sending messages, whether it's asset transfers, a great asset stack for asset issuers to use, fast transfers, UIs for retail. There's a whole bunch of products that we've built that are on top of that core foundational primitive that everyone's working really hard on, and that we're excited to bring to all the ecosystems that we support, including Monad.
Yeah, absolutely love it. I wanna kind of double click on the story of Wormhole, both like in the rear view mirror, kind of look through the past couple of years, but then also kind of get into a forward looking perspective and maybe get some predictions on what Wormhole will look like in the future, what the chain landscape will look like in the future. But kind of, starting from the early days, Wormhole, at least I first heard about it when, the Solana ecosystem was gaining a ton of traction in 2021. And Wormhole was kind of like that gateway to get from Ethereum and other chains onto Solana in a way that just wasn't previously possible for kind of a siloed ecosystem. And now you have, just so much connectivity to the Solana ecosystem and other ecos like Monad as well. Things have come a long way in a very short period of time. But what was it like kind of in the earlier days of Wormhole, and how did you get to where you're at today?
Yeah, maybe I'll start, and Nikhil, feel free to, I guess, give your take. But I think the thing that a lot of people forget about is that when back at that time period, the idea of multi-chain was not the consensus. It was very much so an Ethereum mainnet focused world. And this idea of Solana, this idea generally of multiple chains was, I'm serious, if you were just to think about going on the crypto Twitter kind of echo chamber, if you will, very much so the school of thought was against the idea of multi-chain and against, obviously, Solana. So it was a big bet back then, is what I'm getting at. And the way the industry, we had an idea of how the industry would unfold. Thankfully, we were right. But the kind of process was you had everyone that was like, everything's going to be on Ethereum. And then it was like, okay, Ethereum mainnet's not going to be able to scale. So everything's going to be on Ethereum and L2s, but anything outside of that is excessive and not needed. So like, everything will be within this Ethereum, world. And then you fast forward and you get to a place finally where some people can start to admit, okay, maybe there's like Ethereum in one other chain. And now finally we're at a point where it's like, okay, it's quite obvious. And if you're the person on the argument that everything's going to be settled on Ethereum, you're probably the 0.001% of people. So I think the most important thing that I think about and try not to let this get lost on me is that when this all started, when Wormhole started, it was very much so like a contrarian bet, but it was also just something that was born out of solving a problem, right? And Danny, you said this quite well. It was, Ethereum was the hub for liquidity, and Solana was this new chain, but there was really no way to get liquidity onto this chain. And even centralized exchanges, right, weren't really supporting Solana. So couldn't really get liquidity on through that venue either. And so Wormhole was really this only way to do that. And obviously Solana's done really well, and it's been great for us as well. I think we've done over 12 billion since that time in terms of inflows into Solana, which is crazy. We obviously hope to do that for Monad as well. But I think that to me is kind of how I view the story and the bet. And then since then, it's just been how do we expand to as many chains as possible. And to Nikhil's point, I think I undersold Wormhole a little bit, provide the best tools and products on top of this, like just this messaging protocol. And it's mostly asset related.
I got a quick question. Sorry. You could go.
Oh, no, I was just going to add on real quick to what Robinson said. I think two things that are really exciting to see from the retail side and from the asset issuer side. So obviously Wormhole, we work a lot with asset issuers. Anyone who's launching an asset, whether that's a DeFi project launching an asset, or whether that's a stable coin or an institution or an RWA or any kind of asset that's coming on chain. One thing that's been really exciting to see recently is everyone thinks about multi-chain from the start. So it's not asset issuers coming in and saying, hey, we only want to launch on Ethereum, or we only want to launch on Solana, and then maybe we'll launch on other chains. We're not really sure. We'll think about it. It's them coming to us from the start and saying, hey, we want to launch this asset and we want it to be on these chains. We need a way to make sure that liquidity moves seamlessly between these chains, that we plug into all the major venues on these chains, that we have the product stack to make sure that transfers are fast, that they're secure, that security is flexible. And they're thinking about that from day one, which I think is a great data point that shows how prevalent and just how sort of ingrained multi-chain has become. Like everyone thinks about multi-chain from day one. And then from the retail side, I think just looking at the cross-chain flows that are happening and how they've grown since over the years, I think it's another great data point that shows how everyone wants to use different blockchains. There are good opportunities across crypto that people want to move their assets to, that people want to sort of try, that people want to deposit into, people want to trade there. And being able to facilitate that volume has been really, really important. And is another just great data point of how everyone thinks about multi-chain, users think about it, asset issuers think about it.
Yeah. Nice. I wanted to ask, how many chains do you support right now at this current moment?
It depends what product. So like our messaging protocol, like our push messaging protocol is probably around 40. But our poll messaging is probably over 100. And so Pith is an oracle built on Wormhole, and I think they provide price feeds for over 100 chains. It's something crazy like that. But what's interesting is like number of chains is a little bit of a red herring. There's really most of the activity is within like 10 to 12. So Monad, for instance, Base, Solana, Hyper EVM, Arbitrum, etc. So there's one thing about there's one side, it's like, yeah, multi-chain is definitely the future, but it's how many chains are actually going to have a lot of the activity. And I think I'd say right now it's very much so within 10 to 12 that are having the majority of it.
Is there a chain on your wish list that you haven't gotten to yet, or that you really want, or something along those lines that you haven't gotten yet?
Yeah, I mean, Nikhil, I'm curious what yours is, but I would say Tron. Tron for sure is one. I think there's what I love about Monad is that it's so easy for a developer to build on Monad because of the EVM. It's a real thing and a real problem when you have an alternate VM that isn't, probably an SVM or EVM at this point, or Move. Move is, more and more popular. It's a real problem for builders to build on these chains, right? Like Tron is, is in some instances an EVM, but it is different. There's differences, and those differences cause you to rewrite contracts, which can cause, potential bugs, et cetera. And so I think that's one thing I love about the Monad design is that it is EVM equivalent. I think it's different than compatible. But Tron, I would say, is on the wish list to answer your question directly. So we'll get there soon.
Yeah, one on my wish list, and totally echo what Robinson says about the difficulty of connecting to alt VM chains or non-EVM chains. We got to rebuild our whole contract stack. We got to rebuild all our infrastructure, use new wallets. It's pretty complicated, and it's a huge amount of work to support these new chains. But one that like maybe a class of chains that we're really excited about supporting is UTXO chains. And so think about Doge, think about Zcash, think about natively supporting Bitcoin. That's a really exciting class of chains that bridges haven't really supported historically directly, and that we've been working on some solutions, some pretty exciting, like novel technical solutions to be able to support those and start bringing those assets across the crypto ecosystem. So yeah, hopefully that's coming soon. So stay tuned for those chains. But I'm really excited about those launches.
Can I change my answer? I want those.
No, we're sticking to Tron. We're sticking to Tron.
So Robinson, you mentioned like kind of around the early days of Solana, like the connectivity to Ethereum and the kind of current landscape at the time was a contrarian bet. And I'm wondering if you see any parallels between like the earlier days of Solana or some of the more like trying times that Solana has really persevered through, and Monad around the launch, or just kind of being an early chain that sure, it's EVM equivalent, but it's still in some cases has a lot of skepticism around it. And, I believe that's something we'll be able to overcome with time as an ecosystem kind of chipping away. But I'm curious if, having had the front row seat to the growth of the Solana ecosystem, the ups and the downs, if you do see any parallels there with something like Monad.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll start by saying that there's been, I think we were looking at the numbers before this, close to 100 mil inflows just that we've facilitated. That's not even including other providers. I know we're one of the main ones and a native provider, but they're still permissionless. So like that's not nothing. And the other thing is Monad has the connections that Solana did not have at the beginning. So there's inflows from centralized exchanges. There's day one USDC support. So it's almost comparing apples and oranges. But I think I want to start by saying, there are some pretty compelling metrics despite maybe like sentiments or things like that we, on the echo chamber that we all exist in on CT. So I think from a metrics perspective, as far as applications, as far as day one support for infrastructure that chains have not had before, and just looking at the inflows, it's definitely compelling. However, I do think trying times are important for projects, and I think why, and I think you guys at Monad have a lot of like experts when it comes to community, so I'll try and LARP for a second. But I think people, when you make someone right, it is almost one of the best currencies possible for them. Like their dopamine just goes, like forever owes you loyalty. So if what Solana has is a bunch of people that it ultimately made right? It's all these people betting everything on Solana, buying at 8 cents, buying or like getting involved when it was a contrarian bet. And eventually it becomes, what it is today. And now all these people are right, and they almost feel indebted to it forever. And so I think like if you were to call these trying times, which I would challenge to begin with, but I think if you would call it that, I think they're necessary for people to kind of build that conviction and put in that work to ultimately, hopefully in the future, be right. And then they're just going to owe that kind of loyalty, whether being right could be making money, or it could just be like, I told all my friends and I built on this protocol, and now look at at me, or now look at the product, the business, etc. So I think it's hard to compare, first of all. Second of all, I think the metrics are showing it's, off to a good start. And third of all, I would say it's okay to have those trying times. I actually think it helps build a stronger community.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. And I think a lot of it kind of maps back to the current sentiment right now. So yeah, I would definitely agree with you that my personal view is not that this is, necessarily a trying time. There's a lot of great things happening, and there's a lot of hard work being done behind the scenes to continue chipping away, compounding growth, like seeing real organic flows, organic metrics continue to rise over time is exactly what you want. But currently a lot of noise in crypto, a lot of pessimism, and hope more and more people kind of join us on the glass half full side,
Yeah.
the optimistic side.
This
No, it's
industry is like not for the faint of heart in terms of like emotional sentiment. I mean, I know some of us on the call have been in it for 5+ years, and like these things just happen. You need to get perspective. You need to build. You need to maybe be slightly toxically optimistic, but like whatever you need to do to kind of cope. And these things have a way of coming back around. And so I don't really pay it too much mind, but I know it's easier said than done, for sure. Much easier said than done.
Yeah, love it. One of our super fans, Decatan in the community, asked in the chat, why is it named Wormhole? Where did the inspiration for that come from?
Yeah, I think the original name was Certus 1. So Wormhole is actually a hackathon project, and fun fact, it holds the namesake for the first ever Solana hackathon. The first Solana hackathon was called the Wormhole Solana hackathon, or Solana Wormhole hackathon. But just before that, there was it was a hackathon project, and it was called Certus 1. Wormhole was obviously incubated at Jump, and at Jump was when the name Wormhole was dubbed. And if you think about it, right, our core function is being able to send. At the time, it was very much so focused on assets, right? So being able to send assets from one chain to another. And it was very first of its time, right? It was like, how is this happening? And if we think about wormholes in space, you kind of go in one side, a lot of stuff happens, and you come out the other. Well, in theory, right? In theory. And so it was kind of born or taken from that concept, because the idea of sending assets from one chain to another was not technically understood very well, almost if at all. So it was very novel, very new, and almost a mystery. And so it was kind of born from that.
Yeah, and
Love it.
actually one I think fun thing that I'll add is Wormhole is the name of the protocol, and the name of the UI that everyone knows is Portal, and so you go through a portal to get to the other side. So I think that's like a fun naming match right there.
Like that.
And now there's a ton of portals. I think Monad even acquired a portal.
Yes. Actually, good point. Monad Foundation did acquire Portal, the stablecoin infra portal, earlier this year in 2025, and payments is definitely a big focus. The stablecoin side of things has gotten a ton of attention. So really excited about some cool work that's being done behind the scenes. Shout out Raj, who was formerly the CEO of Portal and now is working on the Monad Foundation side of things, heading up stablecoins and payments. But yeah, good parallel there. Nikhil, I think this is probably a good question for you, but would love if Robinson wants to weigh in as well. Mirth Mono declares rather that the scariest part of crypto for a lot of people is the fear of losing money or getting scammed when moving between chains, and also just in general. And as blockchains like Monad aim to feel fast and seamless for everyday users, how is Wormhole working to build trust so users can move their money without anxiety, and so that developers can offer the highest degree of security by default?
Yeah. So I think there's two angles to trust, right? There's the trust on the developer side, on the builder side, and then there's trust on the retail side, like the user side. When you're a user using crypto apps, you kind of trust like the app, the brand, the UI. You want to make sure when I put my funds in this UI or when I use this UI, my wallet's not going to get drained, like the UI is not going to be hacked, etc. Right? And that's a lot of brand trust. That's a lot of like professionalism in the UI. I think that's a lot of like UX UI work that can be done to make the user feel safe that their assets aren't going to be lost when they use this UI. A lot of communication in the UI, and just generally, brand trust, right? On the developer side, like Wormhole, the protocol itself has has a very comprehensive security program. And I think the way, without going too in depth and taking up all the time here, the way that we think about security is defense in depth, that there are multiple layers of security. So the analogy that I always like to use is in Harry Potter, Voldemort has the Horcruxes. You gotta destroy all the 7 Horcruxes to kill Voldemort. And that's how you should think about Wormhole security. You got to destroy you got to beat all the layers of defense in depth in order to actually like exploit Wormhole the protocol. And that starts at the UI layer, that goes to the smart contract layer, controls on chain, that goes to the off chain layer, controls off chain, that goes to global balance checkers, to rate limiters. So there's a whole stack of security tools that we've built.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, that's a really good analogy. We often have intern co-hosting with us on MON in the morning, and he is a huge proponent of early 2000s movie references. So I'm glad we still got an early 2000s movie reference even without intern on the show today.
I could do it. Serpius Kalingus.
Thank you, Joey. That was a wonderful spell. I want to round it out with a final question from Tank00XX, who asks if the Wormhole guys have any advice for new builders in the Monad ecosystem who might be feeling down at the moment. What are some things that help you push through when things get challenging?
Yeah, maybe I'll start and Akil fill in. I hate saying this because I think a lot of people online say it, but maybe don't actually embody it. But times like these really are the best time to just buckle down and build what you're doing. There's a very low ROI to being in the discourse, to marketing, to these various things in time where any sentiment expressed is usually taken, in a negative way. And so what that means is like you don't have to really worry about missing out on effectively marketing whatever you're building, marketing yourself so you can eventually market what you're building. Like that whole thing can be sidelined, and comfortably so. Like you don't have to worry, and you could just really focus on building. I think in crypto, unfortunately, like 50% of what you do when you're building anything, 50% is the marketing, 50% is the actual product. And so there is that worry of, oh my gosh, I have to make sure I'm doing the 50% of marketing. It's a really good time to just not have to worry about that a ton and just do max building, buckle down. Obviously, if you're raising money and things like that, that's something you should be thinking about. But I would just say like you're able to kind of get some time back to focus on what matters and do it in a way where you don't feel like there's opportunity costs. That's I think one of the most reassuring things about a time like this.
Yeah, my advice would be, beyond what Robinson said, just focus on building a great product and don't listen to what people are saying on crypto Twitter. I think crypto Twitter has a very short-term mindset. The opinion on crypto Twitter changes by the day, if not by the hour. And if you're reading crypto Twitter, if you're letting like the narrative of that, as Robinson said, echo chamber get to your head and influence the way that you're thinking, that's going to keep you from building a really good product, and it's going to sort of impact your conviction that you have in whatever you're working on. So, maintain a long-term view, maintain a growth mindset, and continue to just build a really great product and position yourself well for when the market eventually does turn around and the narrative on crypto Twitter eventually does turn around, because it always will. And you'll be there to execute when the time comes.
And the last thing I'll say is like this kind of seems like toxic positivity, but I think it's actually a great question, and answer because we talked about it earlier on, right? Like Wormhole turned 5 in October. And so we've been through the ups and downs, all the sentiments, and we've been through the sentiments where people are like, there's no need for interop. There's no need for bridges. And that was really hard to get through. But we didn't believe that. We had a vision of the future and we just kept building through it. Again, it's like easier said than done. You're going to have to take the emotional type stuff on the chin, but it's just something you have to do and put logic first. Love it.
I think those are two great pieces of advice, not only for builders in the Monad ecosystem, but those who are kind of participating in any capacity, whether it's the community, the product side, whether you're maybe looking to establish a foothold so that you can gain a future job opportunity in the Monad ecosystem. It's certainly there, and definitely respect the mindset and the perseverance that obviously the Wormhole team has embodied to get to where you're at today. A lot of exciting stuff happening. I know we're a couple minutes over here. Apologies for keeping you late, but had a ton of fun.
Danny, I have one last thing I want to try.
Okay, go ahead, Jessup.
We have Vibhoof. Yeah, we were doing beer bong. We have Vibhoof from Solana coming on next, and I want to know if you could ask our next guest anything. What would you want to ask our next guest? It could be anything, like life advice, just any question you'd want to ask the next guest.
If it's Vibhu, I would say, is there a second best marketing tactic outside of PvP that can be successful on crypto Twitter? Reframe that question. Maybe I didn't say it in the best way, but I feel like that's the main marketing tactic used by a lot of people, and he's so good at it, and I'm wondering if he thinks anything else can work.
Love it. Good question. We'll revert back.
That was top of dome. May not be the best one, but
this is also a top of dome idea. So
cool. Awesome. Robinson, Nikhil, thank you very much for joining us today on Monad in the Morning. We'll have to get you back soon, but happy holidays and appreciate you logging on with us.
Happy holidays, guys.
Merry
Thanks.
Christmas. Ciao.
Bye.
Awesome. If you are with us in the chat, stick around. We're going to cut to a very brief intermission. We're going to spin the wheel. We're going to see if you can guess how many marshmallows are in this snowman.
What?
And we're going to give away a bunch of MON. There were actually a bunch of good questions in the chat that we didn't get to.
I saw all of them.
And I want to spin for some people that we didn't ask their question live, but they asked a great question in the chat. We appreciate you being here. So
also the reason I did that is because that'll make a cool clip of having the previous guest ask the question and the next guest answer it. So just for you content creators out there, I'm gonna start thinking of ways that we can optimize making it so that you guys can make cool clips. So
beautiful. Well, stick with us. We got more MON to give away. We've got Vibhu coming up in 25 minutes. We'll see you after the break.
yes.
get him hyped up? We'll do.
Get him hyped up, Joey.
Should we get him hyped up? Should we get him hyped up? Should we
Get him hyped up, baby. Oh, yeah. We're back. This is Monad in the morning, but it is now the afternoon in Eastern time. That's okay. We're keeping it going. We've got 20 minutes to hang out, and then we will be joined by Vibhu from Solana. Very exciting final hour on the show today. And this is actually going to be our last show on this set on a Thursday for a couple weeks, because next Thursday is Christmas Day, and the following Thursday is, oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the hat. This is the present that they got me, guys. I got way more than that. But
Oh yeah, black hat, baby. You're rocking.
Oh,
you're absolutely rocking.
oh yeah.
So yeah, this is going to be our last stream on a Thursday for a couple weeks, because we've got Christmas 1 week from today, and then we have New Year's Day a week after that. But we got to run Monad in the mornings, and we're going to do it on Tuesday for the next 2 weeks. So stay tuned. We'll blast out the announcement. We'll update in the Monad Discord, and we'll be having fun for sure. Jessup, we actually have to make sure that you bring this wheel to your top secret holiday bunker location where we'll be streaming from.
My house.
Come on, man. Come on, man. All right, chat. Let's see. How we feeling? Can we get some love in the?
Let's get some love in the chat.
Let's
Get some
love in
hearts.
the
Get some
chat.
W monads.
Who's with us?
Dude, people are spelling my name all weird in the chat for some reason. I don't know what's going on.
Who's with us? Who's misspelling Jessup's name? Get some W's in the chat. Get some love in the chat. We'll throw the love right back at you. We're going to spin the wheel. But before we do, we've got to guess how many marshmallows are in that marshmallow snowman. And yeah, so I guess the way we'll do it is the first time we see the correct number in the chat, we'll give that person a spin.
Joey, how many do you think is in there?
Joey doesn't know, to be clear.
I don't know, and I was joking before. I need a second to look at it.
All right, Joey's
Or
looking.
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
I see guesses coming
Oof.
in.
I saw one that was pretty darn close. Dude,
Yeah.
All right, should I guess?
Somebody gave the exact same one you guessed yesterday, Danny.
Oh, wow. I just see a crazy
I'm-
close one.
I'm
yeah,
gonna say
probably the one that I'm looking at too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Some of these are so close.
I'm gonna say 226.
I don't see it yet though. You gotta get the exact number.
Dude, I feel like if somebody gets the exact number, that's just an instant big wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I mean, this is not an
Yeah.
easy one.
Yeah, you're right.
You,
You're
You
right.
might pass me a LD.
Oh, I got you, my guy.
Thank you.
Oh, LD.
Still
Liquid
and
death.
everything.
All right, so I don't see it yet. Someone was literally off by one though.
That's
I
crazy.
know, I saw.
If you put a number in, just do one above or one below it.
Yeah, true. Then you'll get it. I don't see it yet.
Could I guess? Could I guess one more time? And you guys will say if I'm closer or I'm not close.
Yeah.
All right.
Mirth, we're not that clever. Mirth says 267. Look,
Um. $316.
Warmer.
Okay.
Warmer, I think. I don't remember what your first guess was, but 316 is kind of warm. I don't see it yet. Someone put 317. It's not that warm. 365 is warm.
333. Somebody said.
365 again.
I saw.
It's warm. It's not right.
Or don't. You can't give any more, Danny. Come on.
No, I'm not giving more. Oh, I see it. Hitoshi got it. It is 376 marshmallows.
Wow.
Hitoshi.
Could you pin it?
Oh, yes. Oh, it's already pinned.
No, you. Oh, customize.
Oh, it's pinned.
All right, cool.
It's pinned. Hitoshi, 376 marshmallows. And Hitoshi was very close with an earlier guess as well. So I think this was meant to be. And I kind of gave. I guess we'll honor the rule that this goes right to the big wheel,
wheel.
for Hitoshi.
But
Yeah,
Hitoshi also got a death cup, so I think this is
Okay.
This
All right,
is
that's-
only right.
Yeah, this is this is the wheel gods making sure that there is justice in the world. Justice for Hitoshi. The Grinch is gonna spin for you on the monster wheel. Let's see what this is gonna
You
be.
got this. Let's go.
Come on,
Let's
Hitoshi.
go. Let's go. Let's go, Hitoshi. Let's go, baby.
That thing is
Come
buzzing.
on. Come on. Come on.
Here we go.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Oh!
37.
Wow.
Is that the worst one? Is that one of the worst ones?
It's one of the worst on the big wheel because he was.
No. The worst is 0.67.
Okay, yeah, that's but I said one of the worst, and it's sandwiched between 8888 and 25,000, which is crazy. Hey, but 1337, that's not bad for a day.
I feel so bad. If I would keep respinning every single time till he gets the high one.
Oh
But
my
that's just
gosh,
me.
we're gonna get me in trouble with
we're not.
with our finance friends.
Joey Moose has decided to sponsor today's wheel.
How about this? I will sponsor this one. I'm gonna respin it and I'll sponsor it.
What?
Yes, I'll sponsor whatever it is. Is that cool?
Do you want to do it for Hitoshi?
For Hitoshi.
Whoa,
Oh my gosh.
'Cause he got the
Hitoshi.
death cup. He got 1,000. It was my fault. Hitoshi, I'm gonna
Wow.
sponsor this one. If it hits,
This is gonna be the max watch.
all right, I'm doing this. This is on me. All right.
Oh, Joey, you're the man.
All right, Hitoshi. Good luck, brother. Good luck, brother. This one's on me. This is on me.
Come on, baby. Come
Come on.
on.
Let's go. No!
309.
309. We'll add him up. We'll add him up.
Oh, dude, I tried.
You tried.
Oh, man,
You
I'm
tried.
sorry. I
That
hope
was
it's a thought that counts.
that was some Christmas kindness for Hitoshi.
I hope it was a thought that counts. I'm sorry,
it
dude.
is the thought that counts for
Oh,
sure.
man.
We've got a couple more spins to hit on the small wheel from some question askers, and like I said before the break, we had a bunch of good questions that we actually did not get to ask. So we're gonna do some bonus spins for those who did ask good questions. But first, Decatan, we asked your question live, so you get a spin. Joey, hit that small wheel for Decatan.
Deca, 10. Good luck. Let's go, baby.
Big wheel.
Big wheel.
Wait, can I do the big one? Can I
Yeah,
spin it?
yeah.
Heck
Alright.
yeah.
I'm telling you, this is it.
Joey, if you stand behind it, you'll be in the shot as well.
Okay.
If you're on the side,
I
you.
have to go my.
Oh, bingo. That's perfect.
All
All right,
let's
for
go.
Decatan on the big wheel, chat, run it up. Get some good luck in the
go.
chat. All right.
Come on! This is it! It's big money! Big money!
Come on.
That's the 1,337.
There's something. There's a weight or something in this. This is crazy. I made sure to do extra. Oh my god! All right.
The wheel doesn't lie. The wheel
This is
does not
I
lie.
loosened it, so next one will.
Okay. Wow, that's crazy.
Next-
Next, look back, guys.
New,
Dude,
new
we've hit it 3
parameters.
times
That's
today.
crazy.
But this is how it goes. Like, if somebody were to go and watch the past episodes, like, for some reason, every time it hits the same thing in that episode.
Oh, like it could hit 42,000 3 times or 4 times. in
It
a
just seems to go that way. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's just like how much we spin it,
It's,
or I don't know.
destiny. It's
All
destiny. Well, the lore on this wheel is we had KZ. You can find him on Twitter, KYVAN, I think _Z. But KZ is a quant here at Monad Foundation. He is an absolute legend. And KZ did the numbers on this to make the wheel max fun. So he mathed out, like, we have a certain, budget where we want to give away, like, around 10,000 on average on a weekly basis.
Okay.
Some of those big numbers are, well over, so you go kind of out of the normal. But shout out KZ, Gigabrain Quant.
So I also
mathed
want
it
to
up.
add how much of a legend KZ is. I randomly was like, "Hey, you want to go on a run with me?" And he had never done. I think like the max he's done is about a half a marathon, and I took him on a trail run. We did 17 miles
Oh my
with
God.
like 2,700 feet of elevation gain. He was like the whole last 5 miles, he was just wobbling and
Oh my
like
God, high altitude?
No, it was just right in Jersey.
Oh.
But he was like, I felt like I was blacked out, but he made it through, and that was my quant.
Someone wrote you kill that guy, man.
Yeah, Soul Sal.
Who's next?
Mirth Mono's up again.
Wow, they asked some great stuff. All right, this is for Mirth. Good luck.
What do we got? What do we got? What do we got for Mirth?
See what I mean?
Big wheel.
This is
Did
like
the big wheel hit
Dude,
again.
this is you.
It's the same thing.
All right, Mirth Mono. Mirth Mono's got the prize is accumulating.
So
All right, the wheel doesn't lie. The wheel doesn't lie. That's how it goes.
Come on. Big wheel, big spin, big.
Bigger, better.
10,000.
Wow.
10,000 MON for Mirth Mono. That's our biggest prize yet on today's stream.
I think on all. I mean, we had a 25,000, but that was sponsored by.
Yeah, MetaMask sponsored.
Yeah.
Wait,
Vic
whoa!
Ruse.
This is the biggest prize anybody's ever won.
At least from the Monad wheel, because MetaMask was on a couple weeks ago and they sponsored a spin that turned out to be 25,000 MON for Vic Rue, the absolute legend. But yeah, that's the biggest prize that we've
What?
given
Wait,
away.
how
Yeah.
often do you?
This is only our third episode because Mainnet's only been live for 3 weeks.
Oh
So
yes.
this is only our third
third episode with giving away Mon.
Right.
Okay, got you. Yes.
42, episode 42 overall, but we couldn't give away Mon before Mainnet was live and the token existed.
Got you.
So,
Got you.
you
All
know,
right.
this is season 2 of the pipeline, and we hope you're enjoying it because we're trying to do it bigger, better every single week.
And just by being active, people just are able to win prizes and stuff just by.
Yeah, I mean, we picked some criteria like the quote tweets for the stream, but
Yeah.
a lot of it is like whoever is the most engaged in asking good questions for the guests in the chat that we then ask live on the stream.
Hold up. Is Mirth not even here right now?
If Mirth's not here, we're giving the prize to somebody else.
Oh, Mirth will not be.
joking.
Mirth will be very mad at us if we do that.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
And Mirth is definitely.
Oh
super-
yeah, I do see him there.
Mirth's here every week, in and out. Appreciate you, Mirth. Who's up
You know what I
next?
said? Thanks.
We've got Vibhu coming up in 7 minutes, so we can
Do one more.
We can do a couple more, I think. So we definitely had a question from Tank00XX.
What's funny is Tank had posted in the chat. He was like, "My questions are never good enough," or something like that. And then you asked the question. I was like, "Spoke a little too soon, huh?"
Yeah. Oh, see, funny how it works out. But hey, it was a good question. Advice for new builders in the Monad ecosystem, and asking the Wormhole guys what helped them push through when things got challenging. Like that is a current theme in crypto. There's a lot of negativity. There's not a lot of optimism, and we're here to bring that back. If you were early in the Monad community in 2023. Or even early 2024, you remember those vibes. And early 2023 was the middle of a bear market where sentiment on crypto Twitter was very similar to how it is now. And we got together, we got in the chats, we started having fun.
In the trenches.
In the trenches. And, there was a lot of optimism for Monad building this net new technology, which now is real. And sure, it's, kind of being compared off the bat to the biggest chains and the biggest ecosystems that have grown in crypto over the course of years. And that's fine. Like, it's good to be in that conversation. Monad is brand new technology. It doesn't exist anywhere else. And it is very performant. It is the performant decentralized EVM L1. And just like Robinson was saying, like, there's a lot that can be built on that. It's easy for developers to come into this ecosystem and deploy something that now can take advantage of the low fee environment. You can take advantage of the performance, and just maybe the next new crypto primitive, the next narrative will come about on Monad. And
Never know.
never know, but I would say potentially very likely. So
The Christmas miracle.
right?
All right,
All right,
spin
let's
it.
hit this for Tank.
Somebody wrote, "Are you seeing comments on X or just Twitch. We see comments everywhere. I'm seeing them, looking right at them. I see X and I see Twitch.
Yep.
This is for
Indeed. This is for Tank00XX. Shout out Tank with the good question.
Come on, big wheel, big wheel, big wheel, big wheel.
Not Big Wheel. That is certainly not the Big
10
Wheel.
Mon.
Tank's going home with 10 Mon. Hey, but the beauty of that is, you put that in a new wallet, that's a lot of transactions. That's a lot of gas right there. So, hey, it's something.
All right, who's next?
Let's see. Okay. So it looks like we had a good question
You guys are
from
keeping,
Neo
you
that we
keeping
didn't
track
ask.
of how much everybody wins?
Yeah. Shout out Savant. He's
okay,
legend behind the scenes.
And he reaches out to people.
Yeah. Savant's the best, man.
Thank you, Savant. 1, 2, 3.
This one's for Neo.
This
Neo.
one's good. Neo.
2,500.
That's a nice one. That's a very good one. Is that the highest on amount on here?
On that one, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's better than even getting the big one and getting
Yeah.
1,300 or whatever it is.
Right, exactly. So there's, that's the jackpot on the small wheel.
Huge W.
And Neo's going home with it today. Remember, if you're on Twitch, we need to be able to reach out to you on X, and we want things to go
So
as...
Neo is on X, so.
Oh, beautiful. But, I mean, for those who are on Twitch...
Neo, that's me, he wrote. Nice, Neo.
Let's go, Neo. If you are on Twitch, make sure to put your X handle in your bio so that if you win, we can find you and reach out. It's better to do it before you win so that you can be ready to win.
Yes.
Right? Okay. All right, Neo, and then another one from... this was a good question that we didn't ask from Robbie.
I saw that.
Roby. All right, so last spin before we get Vibhu up here. This spin is for
Was
Robbie.
that one I post?
Yes.
Okay, so those are the ones that came off of X. So yes, I am seeing the ones on X.
All right, perfect, yeah.
Yeah, we're seeing X, we're seeing Twitch, we're seeing you wherever you're chiming in from. This one is for Robbie, Roby. Thank you, caller.
Legion says, did you get my X? I added it on my bio. Cool. Yeah, maybe do that, guys. Add your X to your bio, make things easier. All right, this one's for Robbie.
Robbie's up. Come on.
10.
10 for Robbie. It's not 2,500, but hey, 10 Mon. That's a lot of...
But do you see what I mean? Like, for some reason, it just hits we hit big wheel multiple times. We hit 10 multiple times.
Can we, if we're doing this, if it was the last one, could we redo it?
Let's,
Come on!
All right. Joey's on. Joey makes
Please,
the
it's
rules.
just me. It's just this one time.
All right, another one for Robbie.
If
me,
it's
Joey.
If it's 0, you owe us money, Robbie. Come on!
110.
All
Or
right,
just
110's
100.
cooler. 110's cooler.
Yeah. 110's cooler than 10 for sure. And yeah, I think we should have Vibhu calling up in just a minute. I'm really excited for this conversation for sure. Vibhu's been a staple of the Solana ecosystem for years now. Founded Drip House. Was super involved with Solana Spaces. Now he's at the Solana Foundation on the marketing side of things, and they just have a tremendous amount going on. Breakpoint just popped off in Abu Dhabi. Joey, you weren't at Breakpoint, were you?
No, I wasn't. The one thing I didn't go to, but it looked like everybody had an incredible time.
Yeah, I mean, you were just over in that general neck of the woods, right?
I could have stayed there for a few weeks. Qatar, Saudi Arabia. I've been to Dubai for Token 2049, which is awesome, also.
Oh, super! I've never been, but it seems like a pretty cool spot.
Oh yeah.
In general,
One day.
One day for sure. Hopefully not too long.
Okay.
That would be great to.
We'll go together.
to get
We'll
out
be
there.
roomies.
Oh, I'm so down. I'm down. That would
Bunk
be sweet.
beds.
Yeah. We'll just get a California king.
All right.
All right, Jessup, do we have?
We do not.
No Vib yet. All right. Let's.
Someone wrote my battery's about to die. Charge your phone, my friend.
Yeah, charge it up. Chat, how we feeling? Oh yeah, J Sky Brody, his battery is about to die.
Someone wrote, why name Monad?
You know what we need to do? I think this is happening already. Because I just saw Savant say thanks, legends, in the chat. But let's throw Savant some love. Savant is here day in and day out, making this show happen behind the scenes. He has been at the Monad Foundation full time for a year now, but he was involved in the pipeline from the earliest stages. Savant was actually the inspiration for the Pipeline Interns program, where we had a lot of community creators in a chat for almost a year. And Savant just kind of came out of nowhere in the early days of the pipeline and started clipping content, started helping with edits. And he's just been an absolutely instrumental component to the growth of the media arm and the content arm here at Monad. So he's often behind the scenes, but shout him out in the chat. He's crushed so many edits lately, and he is also a wearer of many hats. He is all over the place. So shout out Savant. We appreciate you, my man. Happy holidays, and thanks for all the help today and always.
Speaking of hats, I think we need to bring Vibhu up.
Awesome.
Let's
All
go.
right. Joey, here's some headphones for you.
Look at that hat. Wow.
Wow. Vibhu looking fantastic.
Yeah, am I using the right mic? Does this sound good? How does that sound?
Yeah,
Loud and
great.
clear. You're crispy. I love the get up today. You're looking great.
Yeah, that's incredible. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Holy
Christmas, Happy
smoke.
Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Love it. You're looking fantastic, and appreciate you carving out some time to join us on stream. I know it's a very, very busy time. I think I saw you might have been at the Coinbase event yesterday, coming hot off of Breakpoint. How does it feel? What's the state of the union right now?
I mean, I thought things would calm down post Breakpoint, but people are still jamming stuff in there at the end of the year here. Let me get a tweet out. Is there like a canonical thing to tweet here?
Yeah, so it's on pipeline_XYZ on Twitter. I can DM you the exact
I got
link.
it. Man.
Oh, bingo.
Bingo. Your hat is awesome, man. Where'd you get that
No.
from?
Probably Target.
Good call.
Very anticlimactic answer.
Well, we just started talking a little bit about Breakpoint before you hopped on, because it has certainly dominated the timeline for the past couple weeks. None of us here had the opportunity to actually attend in person, so we were just tuning in on Twitter, seeing the live streams, seeing the recaps. I've never seen that much content come out of an event, but it's clear that a ton goes into the planning and well underway for 2026 in London. What's it like behind the scenes, kind of planning for the current scale of these breakpoints in 2025 and beyond?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's takes about 1.5 years total from start to finish, from booking the venue and location. I think we get pretty serious about speakers this year in August, so a couple months in advance. And then, it's just a sprint to the finish, basically. Behind the scenes is pretty crazy. There's a crew of maybe 100 folks between agencies and the media teams and that are kind of like running the core show. And then obviously there's a lot of vendor coordination and there's a lot of teams that need things on site. It's just the 3 or 4 days of Breakpoint is an all out sprint. A lot of people, I basically saw nobody because I was stuck in the back doing something the entire time. So for us, yeah, it was, but it's cool though. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, another thing that we were also kind of talking about right before you jumped in here was like the fact that you've been in different corners of the Solana ecosystem basically for the entire story to date. And I'm curious, like, if you could just give us a little bit of a run through as to what that's been like, through your lens, having like these various different firsthand experiences with Solana, the highs, the lows, and everything in between.
Yeah, I joined the ecosystem at the top of the 21 market. And I had this idea to build stores, which was a crazy idea that you would only have when, Solana went from 0 to 100 billion overnight. So we like launched these stores, and they were backed by like FTX and Phantom and a couple other companies. And we lost, when FTX went under, we lost like our key financial partner. And at that time, I just made a decision that, I wanted to see this through. I felt like there was, I still feel this way today in a lot of ways. At that time, I remember just thinking this thing is underrated, and it's, okay, yeah, the price isn't reflecting, what we've accomplished, but the community continues to show up and build great products. And so basically, yeah, I think that moment was actually really important for our ecosystem, because a lot of the core folks that are here today and are building some of the most important products and protocols in Solana were here at the very bottom. And that's when a new generation of kind of leaders was born. And I took it upon myself to like be one of those. I felt like the ecosystem needed strong voices at the time. And as Solana has kind of grown up and out of that, at various times it has needed that again and again. Like, it's very important that that there are strong community-based leaders who talk about and care about the ecosystem. It can't just be like the people that work at Solana. That's funny for me to say, because I happen to work at Solana Foundation, but I'm pretty new here, to be honest. Like, I've been yapping about Solana for 4 years, and now I get to do it on like a little bit of a bigger stage. Yeah, I've been here from the top to the bottom and back to wherever we are right now, the new bottom, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough. We had kind of a related question just come through the chat from Celestial Natty, who asks, like, essentially, having had that front row seat to the past couple of years of Solana and battling through a lot of adversity. And, I think like the kind of Breakpoint experience is a great representation of all of that hard work kind of coming together, all these different contributors from around the globe, like meeting up in person for another event and just being very excited about the future. But for Monad, obviously in quite a different stage. So the question is really, having had that perspective on the Solana side, what advice would you give to the Monad community or the, ecosystem of builders on the Monad side?
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, I think Solana basically stayed true to its vision for a long time. Like, I think we were insistent upon the fact that execution mattered, speed mattered. I think we felt like, the Jeff Bezos phrase is, what are the things that aren't going to change in 10 years versus what things will change. And I think we felt at that time that like people were going to care about speed and low costs eventually. And, honestly though, like, I feel like we got pretty lucky. I feel like I think there were a lot of outcomes for Solana that probably weren't that good coming out of that. And so, even though like there was a lot of folks who showed up to build, and there was like a critical mass of users, there was probably a year and a half or two where, there wasn't a North Star. And that kind of showed up in the form of like, unironically, Pump Fund and meme coins. I think they came out of nowhere, and like it or not, like they gave the chain something to kind of build towards. think the underrated part about meme coins was that it forced the protocol level to transform itself to support the amount of activity that was happening. Basically this broke the chain in a whole bunch of ways. And, this is where we got local fee markets, for example. And we've continued to improve the chain to be able to handle this like high volume trading use case. And so like through that process, we kind of found this new North Star, which is being the place where you can trade any asset, which is how we got to know each other. So yeah, I think the takeaway for a new ecosystem is you don't have to be good at everything. I think it's, but I think finding, staying true to some value that you think is going to be important in 10 years, something will emerge out of that you can't expect or predict. But when you see that, you've got to rally the ecosystem to kind of get behind it. But like, it has to be emergent. Like you cannot centrally plan, an app people are going to love. It's just basically impossible. I've seen ecosystem try this over and over and over again. That is not the story of Solana. Like Solana did not, if anything, it resisted the apps that were, emerging and becoming very popular, if anything. So, I think a little bit of luck, a little bit of staying true to your values, not trying to force it. That's kind of where I would lay my advice for you.
Yeah, can definitely resonate with that for sure. And one of the things that you touched on briefly was the push around bringing the MON token to the Solana network, and that was I think kind of unexpected for a lot of the Monad community. But can you unpack like what went into the decision to bring the MON token to Solana, and how you thought about the promotional side of that?
Yeah, we were for a couple of months prior, we were starting to think about how we can really deliver on the trade everything idea. Like we've had this, like I think the thing that led up to this was one, Bitcoin on Solana started to become very popular, and we started to see real trading traction. I think in some months of the year, we were like more than 50% of all the trading transactions on Bitcoin on any chain. So it started with Bitcoin, and then we kind of got pulled into this with Zcash. Mert really, obviously, like our number one voice started talking about another token, and he started asking questions like, why can't I buy this on Solana? And it was a real, it required us to think about, okay, how do we go for so long without having some of these assets on the network? And we felt strongly about hype and some other things as well. Like how did it take our ecosystem a year to make assets tradable? And when Monad was coming up, I think to us, it was just like the right kind of timing to try something new, where, we wanted to be there on day one. We didn't want to like kind of catch up. And Monad is interesting from Solana perspective. Obviously, like, it's kind of positioned as, I don't know if you would say this, but it's positioned as like an EVM based Solana killer. Like that's like the way the community might phrase it. And so I think that like even the history of Monad is like very closely tied to Solana in many ways. And a lot of the folks that work over there and in the community, or like even TH, who was just on, used to be a Solana builder. So I think there is like a shared ethos of performance. So we've just felt like all the stars were aligning to roll out this new strategy of day one listings. You have the right community, the right shared voice and kind of ethos. And then we had the right kind of team, which was Sunrise, to execute upon this. I think we're far past the days, and you can see today we just launched Near on Solana. I don't know if you saw that news. I think we're far past the days where Solana talking about things that aren't itself is somehow damaging. I think everyone in crypto Twitter, everyone around this industry is aware of Mana. They're aware of other things that are happening. And for us to try to pretend like those things don't exist is a pretty bad idea. And once you make that decision, the only logical thing is to go as hard as possible, and see if you can generate interest and activity on Solana for the asset. And I think we did that. Like, I think this was truly like a watershed moment. Like, I really see a year or two from now, some chains choosing to skip, or some tokens choosing to skip central exchange listings, and just going fully native DeFi. To me, that's the future. We took a really big step with Monad towards that.
Yeah, it's really exciting, and I like the way you think about it for sure. Kind of pivoting a little bit more towards the marketing side of the equation. SoulSal, actually, very fitting name. SoulSal in the chat asks about, like, what do you think are essentially, like, what do you think are the best marketing strategies for a project in crypto in 2025, or I guess, we're almost 2026 now. You certainly have, captured a ton of attention on the timeline in various different ways, from, some of the like commercial content and, well beyond that as well. So from an advice perspective, I guess, like, what do you think are the marketing strategies that are going to continue working well in 2026?
Yeah, and the caveat is, like, I don't think of myself as a marketing person, much less a synergy architect. But I do think of this stuff from first principles, and the way content is kind of evolving is we are becoming increasingly immune to prepared content, and like highly produced content. I think especially with AI everywhere, the first thing we ask when we look at a piece of content is it real? Was it written by a human, or was this produced or created by a human? And so, like, the way to break out of that is to be surprising, and to do everything the opposite of what marketing folks would typically do, which is why Solana's approach feels so breakthrough a lot of times. But it is, like, effectively a playbook for us as well. Like, I think we like to say things or do things that people wouldn't think we would do. And, like, Gmonad was a perfect example of this, where you were just waking up on a Friday morning and you're like, why the hell is Solana Bull posting Monad? It's like, this doesn't make any sense. And it kind of, like, generates, you want to hit this, like, 50-50 on every major announcement, which is like 50% of the people are like, why the hell are they doing this? And 50% of the people are like, this is pretty cool. And that generates, like, this vortex of attention. And I don't know, we've just, like, consistently been able to do that. Now, it's much harder to do when you're a small brand. Like, obviously Solana's established, and so, like, these kind of things make a lot more sense. But I would just encourage people to, like, marketing is like the one, there's like one field where if the process is bad but the outcome is good, you still kind of win. And I think people are way too obsessed with process and this stuff. Like, the best Twitter accounts, the best, the Merts of the world, like, they're firing from the hip, and they're, extremely responsive to what's going on in the current, to the minute or to the hour. And they're not trying to prep, with a go-to-market, Google Doc, 30 days in advance. Like you just, like, things are just moving too fast to be over prepared and over planned. People want something a little bit more authentic, and that's kind of my framework for both my personal account and for running the Solana marketing.
Yeah, it's definitely true. Like, the best tweets are always off the dome. Like, I'm sure you would probably agree. Like, no matter how much you try and, like, plan for the way things are going to play out, like, there's no way you can anticipate what the flavor of the day on Twitter is going to be. But if you have a good pulse, and if you can plug into that, then, that's where, like, the real attention will come from.
And there's, like, a lot of, like, really big accounts that do this very poorly. Like, they they're way, over prepared, or they post a meme a week after it was already on X. Like you really have to be on that timeline all the time. This is true not just for X. This is also true for TikTok. This is also true for Instagram. There is like emergent metas that come and go in like even sometimes like a couple hours, and if you miss it, then it just loses its interest. Marketing is a hits business ultimately, like it is, and to me the reliable way to do this is like basically quantity, and taking a lot of shots on goal. We tweet. Someone sent me this on the MON launch. I mean, I wasn't tracking this. Obviously, we're just firing. But we tweeted in the first week. We tweeted 58 times about MON on Solana.
Oh my god!
It's probably like 10 times more than MON tweeted. About
yeah. I was literally gonna say
in that time frame.
Oh my god!
So that's it's also just understanding the algorithm. Like the algorithm is just like everyone that's on Twitter a lot and is posting has an intuitive feel for how it changes and what's happening. And right now, very obviously, the Twitter algorithm is looking a lot like TikTok. They've really tuned it to have like linear ramps on attention. Like good content can, like if something's good, it can run for a bit longer than it used to be able to run. And also, if you can intersect your content into someone else's, a different community's feed, it can get picked up by a whole other audience. And we've done this now in the last month. We've done this like 4 or 5 times. Like it's basically guaranteed right now. Yeah.
Is there someone that approves every single post that goes out from the main account?
Fuck no.
No. All right. So was there ever a post that was like really risky, or that you got backlash on, or that I'm trying to think in the back of my head if I've seen anything, but like that was like, oh man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely, yeah, all the time.
Builds character.
Yeah, I mean, you take this many shots on goal, like you're gonna fuck up sometimes. Like we've definitely
What's your worst one? Can you say it?
The one that got me the most communal blowback was we posted like the I can't prove it meme.
Oh yeah, with the guy from Dexter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dexter. Yeah.
Dogs.
I know there's this conversation about like it was stupid. It was a Friday night, and I tweeted like, when they say that the future of when they say that NASDAQ is going to like run on at 22 TPS or something like that, and I posted that meme, and like I literally brought like accounts out of retirement from the Ethereum community that hadn't posted in like years to dunk on us, and I don't know, it had like 2,000 quote tweets, and I was getting run over by people in the community, like, oh my god, how's Solana posting this brain rot, and it's like it was a whole thing, and I felt bad for a week straight. But what we did was we built a whole site, flip the dot market, that compares NASDAQ trading daily volume to Solana, and we graphed it and showed like there's and then we posted a video, and we like took all the tweets that people, all these people dunking on us, and we put it into like a hype video, and then launched the site.
Nice.
And, that was super fun. Yeah.
Way to turn it around.
The message is like, if you fuck up, don't delete the tweet, first of all, because that's
create a whole website and dunk on everybody. Create a compilation of all the dunks.
Yeah. So
Akshay says like, it's your reaction matters. Like how you follow up matters a lot, in these situations.
So I will say, to admit, there was one time we did on Instagram, we released the announcement video, and I added you guys as a collaborator. I was like, maybe somebody's gonna slip up and think that this was intentional, and did not happen. Yeah.
Oh well, the problem is we can't see. We have like a weird account situation with Instagram, so we literally can't see collab requests. So that would never have worked. But
Dang.
Your plan was foiled from the beginning,
Yeah.
Joseph, but a valiant try. I respected it now, and I respected it then, and I certainly respect it now as well. Vibhu, I'm curious, what has you kind of like on the application side, what has you excited? It's been kind of a, weird time for sentiment in general. We kind of had the meme narrative, which ran into the perp dex narrative, which, also kind of collided with the prediction market narrative, which is, still obviously going quite strong. There's been some big announcements with Kalshi recently, Solana, Coinbase. But what has you excited? What do you think is going to be maybe the flavor of the year, or at least the first part of the year in 2026?
yeah, I mean, as I said, like very hard to like not only to centrally plan these kind of things, but also to even know what things people are going to care about. I mean, there's the obvious ones that people want us to care about, like you mentioned, prediction markets. Privacy is another big topic right now in our community. And so, I think there'll be some momentum there. There's a lot of people building on Solana on those categories. Like there might be, I think the DFlow team told me they have like over 100 people building with the DFlow prediction markets API, which is a Solana like tokenized version of Kalshi markets. The RCM team, very similar on Solana. RCM's like they just launched CSPL, which is a confidential token standard on Solana. So a lot of folks building on privacy. For us, like the things that we can influence is like, still delivering on this everything exchange idea. I think the takeaway from Breakpoint was, there's a lot of interesting institutional opportunities right now. There's a lot of yield bearing tokens coming, a lot of different types of stable coins. We have a number of different like foreign currencies launching as stable coins on Solana. And I think that we're having to turn over the UX layer of Solana in a way which was optimized in some ways around like meme coins, but not so good for discovering value on the chain. And there's a lot of value right now out there. So we are trying to figure out that aspect. How do we like just tell people about these 8%, 10%, 6% APY tokens that have different, different things behind the scenes. The other two takeaways, like neobanks, like there's 1,000 neobanks building on blockchains right now as infrastructure. You have all kinds of stablecoin banks. You have every flavor of neobank is kind of both the existing ones and a lot of competitors and challengers who are just building new experiences around stablecoins and stocks on chain and those kinds of things. And then AI. I think AI, like there was a clear wave of like AI trading tools, AI portfolio managers, AI neobanks, like Meridian app. Soulflare announced Magic, which is a natural language way to interact with your wallet. So I think we're just seeing like an expression of, okay, like we have now a lot of assets on chain. We have real assets. We have digital dollars of all sorts, and people are finding 1,000 ways to kind of, allow people to interact with them at the app layer. Whether like these will be interesting for crypto natives, I'm not sure. I think these are hopefully things that expand the TAM for crypto. I think a lot of the capital on chain is still looking for, things other than value, but one can only hope that they'll plug into some low risk DeFi, as Vitalik says, at some point soon.
Love it. Well, I know we're coming up on time here as well. Vibhu, appreciate you coming on. Jessup, did you have a final question?
We have the last question. This one came from Wormhole. They were on previously.
It's from Robinson, yeah.
And
Uh-oh.
Robinson
We're in trouble.
asked, is there a second best marketing tactic outside of PvP?
Is there a second best marketing tactic outside of PvP?
Take your time.
I feel like I describe PvP as like the best marketing tactic.
No, I think that was.
feel like
I don't think
described
those were
being
your words.
surprising. Okay. Yeah, I mentioned being surprising as like the core thing, and then quantity as the second. Being
So
responsive
maybe that's
to
the
trends.
alpha.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's the
I
alpha.
think there's like
Flip it.
yeah. Anything but pre-planned ChatGPT slop, and you're probably gonna be doing well.
I agree with that.
Yes. Yeah. I think everyone's tired of that. So yeah, it's.
I had one for Robinson too, which is they named their core product like Wormhole NTT Multi-Chain Protocol Standard or whatever. Like, you gotta find better names, man. Like, no one can remember. I can't remember what it is. Like, it's crazy stuff, man.
Wow.
Crazy
All
stuff,
right,
bro.
we'll relay
But-
the message.
Actually, if you could ask the next guest, which we don't know who the next guest is, if you could ask them any question, what do you want to ask the next guest? It could not. It doesn't even have to be crypto related. It could be literally anything.
That's probably a good way to go because you're our final guest on today's segment, and we haven't teed up our guests for the next show yet. So we literally have no idea who this will be asked
Could
of,
be
but we
anybody.
will. We will ask it on the next stream.
Gotcha. Okay, is this some new thing you guys are doing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Started today.
Very new.
What is okay, dude? I don't know, man.
Lot of pressure,
I have,
lot of pressure on
Zero
you.
creative juice left today. All right, dude. I can't really tell. I have like only Solana stuff in my brain, bro. I can't. There's nothing there, dude. There's nothing there.
We'll ask them if they went to Breakpoint. How about that?
Yeah. Maybe the question is like, what do you think of Web3 marketers? Because everyone loves that topic. What do you think about storytelling? Are storytellers? I don't know, dude.
Storytelling NFTs, they're in, man.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Well,
Thanks, guys,
Vibu,
for having me.
appreciate you coming on. We'd love to run it back soon, and congrats on all the momentum. Looking forward to seeing what you cook up in 2026 and beyond, but appreciate you coming on today.
Good to meet you, man.
Yeah, man. Clip this. Monad is goated. I love the Monad team. You guys are awesome. Keep fighting the good fight.
Flip it.
Thank you very much. You too, sir. We'll catch you soon. Appreciate you.
You good.
Bye.
Awesome. Well, we have been live for over 3 hours now. We only had 2 spins from this past segment with Vibu, and I was going to propose that we run the spins at the start of the next stream.
Ooh.
Do you think that'll
To
cause a
incentivize-
riot? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. We have Celestial Natty and Soul Sal. We'll spin for you at the start of the next
We gotta feed our co-hosts here.
stream.
So,
Yeah,
like,
we
can't-
got content coming up this afternoon. You can expect to see Moose Monad content on the timeline throughout Christmas week, throughout New Year's week, because we're going to cook it up today. This is Monad in the Morning, episode 42, Throughput Thursday. Remember, next Monad in the Morning will not be on Throughput Thursday. It will be on Throughput Tuesday.
Not Wacky Wednesday?
Not Wacky Wednesday either.
Oh.
Wacky Wednesday is Christmas Eve and then New Year's Eve. So we're going Throughput Tuesday. We'll see you then. Joey.
Throughput
Guys,
Tuesday.
don't let me forget the wheel.
Yes. True.
No, they
Joey.
say.
Huge shout out, Joey Moose. If you don't follow him, you are absolutely bonkers, insane. Go follow Joey.
That is JoeyMoose. Joey Moose.
Bingo. Joey, thanks for being here today on this Christmas special. Look forward to having you up soon. We got a lot to cook on for sure. Appreciate the listeners. Appreciate the viewers. Clip the stream. Tag us. We'll spin for you. And as always...
Joseph,
Oh, my man, Joseph, thanks for making this happen and for thinking off the dome. And I just want to say, this is a real team, guys. Like, this is super cool. You should tune in. Like, this is, like, they got the wheel. They got presence. Like, they think. They're asking the previous person that was on for questions with the new people. Like, if there's anything you want to tune into, I learned a lot with the people that came on. This is a show you want to be involved in. They're constantly taking care of people. They're making you ask questions. It's not just to spin a wheel. This is like you use your brain, you start working, you start getting involved, and next thing you know, you start learning, oh, yeah, I know what's going on with the Solana Foundation. Oh, I know what's going on with Wormhole. Oh, yeah, I know about that. I tuned in. And you start learning. And it's not just about giveaways, money, this, that. It's like being a part of something, being a part of a community. And you get that here at Monad. So thank you for putting this together. Thanks for the thoughtful gift. And I had a lot of fun here.
Same here, Joey.
So one thing Joey didn't learn is it's Monad. Oh, I'm just kidding. But
Damn.